Okay, I can only show a photograph because we just don't know how these pigments are going to do. It first starts, well, I thought it pulled purples out. And then it starts looking like this. So how's it going to turn out? You're just going to have to find out. Howdy, howdy, y'all. This is Clara Lawrence, and I'm playing with some more of those heirloom glass ornaments. And I'm starting to experiment. I haven't done my little. See, usually when I have acrylic paints, or any other kind of paint, to be honest with you, I put little dots of the color on top because once it's fluid or dries, sometimes the color will shift or change a little bit. And these pigment powders are definitely in that category because when you pick out a color through just the powder, on these guys especially, they are dramatically different once they are mixed with the polyacrylic or polypore base. So it's kind of a gamble. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but I was thinking of going with some what look like purpley kind of colors. So there's an element of surprise here, and I'm kind of okay with it, and I'm going with it. So right now what I've got going in the background is I've got these glass ornaments from Judy Sands, and they're awesome because they're so thick. And I'm putting in this white solution in there, and that white solution is polycrylic. And or you can use a vivid polypore. I think that one's by Colourarte. But the polyacrylic you can get at the hardware stores. So either one of them works. So it coats the inside of the egg, and I use 2 cups method. So I do a preliminary drain in the 1 cup, so it pours out majority of it, and then I transfer it over to the 2nd cup, so it could take a little bit more time. And then I'll put it on its side, and then you'll see a puddle accumulate on the bottom, and then I do a final third, like pouring it out, just so everything has a nice fine coat to it. And then what I'll usually use is some of the polyacrylic from the 1st cup because it'll have, like I said, a majority of the solution. And I'll use that to pour into the other eggs. So that way I'm not losing as much of the material. But I'm going to go ahead and I love the iridescence of the interference colors and stuff and playing with the light. So I almost always start off with that. Plus it has a little sparkle to it. And yeah, my personal favorite is the Bling It by Colourarte, the violet one. So, and I've got all of these colors that I do end up using. I've got a photo of them at the end of the video, so check it out. And I am loading this stuff up with the interference, and you're going to see the wow factor in just a moment. Or maybe not. We had some old friends of ours that came in for the holidays, or like kind of like a week or so before, and so we are visiting and chatting like crazy in the background, and I am just working on these little sets of eggs. What do you guys normally do for the holidays? Put it in the comments down below. Share with me some of your traditions. You know, do you go visit friends and families, or is there certain people who come around each holiday? You know, what are some of your fun traditions as far as catching up with people? We may have to start some new ones since the kiddos have moved out of the house and gone off to college. But I've got each one of these eggs. I'm putting in. It looks like it's going to be completely coated with this interference color, and it kind of is. But it also creates a transparent type of a pearly kind of look to the piece. And then when I go and I put colors on top of it, they eventually will bond with the polyacrylic and the interference and create a new color, or basically it'll start to show through as a transparent. So whatever those dark colors are that coming in after the interference, they will show through. So believe it or not, I've got some black in there because I thought, that might be throw some drama in there, especially with the interference. But I did not expect the egg I got, I have to admit. I like the egg a whole lot, so don't get me wrong on that part. But I did not expect it. A delightful surprise. So I was starting to work in sets of 4 because these are right now are going to become gifts. And I'm going to I know I'm going to start getting emails. Am I getting a set? But we'll have to just see. So I'm going to put on some music, let the process happen, and chime in towards the end. Enjoy.
Trying to keep my cool. I see what your colors shining through. Yeah, I do. That I do. Is it too much to ask? I don't want you back. I don't want you back. Is it too much to ask? I don't want you back. I don't want you back. No matter the distance I cover, you always there to smother. Please let me find another. Feels like you're my silhouette. I'm not easy to forget. Pretend that we never met. I've been running away from you. I've been trying to keep my cool. I see what your colors shining through. Yeah, I do. That I do. Is it too much to ask? I don't want you back. I don't want you back. Is it too much to ask? I don't want you back. I don't want you back.
So you can see how when I'm adding these last couple colors and then you start showing through the interference that it's definitely taking a different direction than I expected. I mean, that looks like a purple powder. So I'm probably going to mix a little bit of the solution with the powders and put it on the lids definitely after these eggs are all done. But yeah, the colors that it did turn out, I mean, nice rich blues in there, really vibrant. So check it out. What I'll do is I'll put in some photos on this series right after I finish, and then the next morning, so you can see how the colors start to absorb into the polyacrylic and then the final product. And then you too can have some fun with your colors. So hit that like button, hit the subscribe, but definitely hit the bell and get notified next time I put a video up. Later, y'all.